Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Nance and I hope everyone is happy, healthy and doing okay. Marvelous, you know. Today's video I wanted to give you guys a life update. I haven't gotten up from here. I just finished filming a clothing haul and I told you guys that I'm going to jump right into the next video, and that is what I'm doing. The thing is, I've been here before because I did record this video before today, and when I went on my computer to try to edit it, I couldn't access the video. It kept saying playback on the movie, cannot play back the movie or something like that. So I don't know how that file got corrupted in the first place, but here we are. As promised, I wanted to just share with you guys a life update, tell you guys what's been going on behind the scenes, because I haven't been posting on my channel or being present on Instagram as much as I used to for maybe the past 2.5 months. I know it's long, but you know, it's been a lot of things going on behind the scenes and I just couldn't figure out how to keep on track of everything, you know, all the areas of my life. So I am going to be talking to you guys about what's been going on. If you're new here, hi, my name is Natay. I am a new mom to a almost 1-year-old. Aiden is 11 months old now. Am I still supposed to say I'm a new mom? I don't even know when you stop saying that. But yeah, let's jump into what's been going on. So the last video you saw, I don't even know what the last video you saw, but in the summer I was very, you know, productive, and I was filming a lot of vlogs showing you guys, you know, just the day-to-day life of you know, being a stay-at-home mom. Because at the moment I do work, but I am on childcare leave right now in Japan. So for the first year of my baby's life, Japan allows moms to stay home and dads, because childcare leave is also available to dads here. They can take it at the same time with the mom, or the mom can go first for a year and then the dad can go for the next year. So for the first 2 years of your baby's life, they have both you know, parents, which is really cute. For my situation, Adam will not be taking childcare leave simply because financially we need his paycheck. You know what I mean? Yeah, he got this new job because we needed a paycheck, so there's no way he can get childcare leave or go on childcare leave right now. It's just not, it's not possible. Anyway, I was doing a lot of that and taking you guys, you know, for all of that, and then things started happening. The first thing that started happening was Adam got a very long summer break, the longest summer break he's ever had since working in Japan for 5 years. He had a 6-week break off. So you can imagine having your husband home you know, for 6 weeks. You kind of fall out of routine. So you know, we were just doing all of the things. We wanted to get out of the house more often, because if you know us, you know we're homebodies. We like to stay inside, cook home cooked meals, watch Netflix, hang out, whatever we're doing, we like to do it in the house. We're not sporty, we don't like to go out and all of that stuff. We do go out, but it's not something that fills us up. What fills us up is staying home and having quality time. So when he got on summer break for the 6 weeks, obviously we have a baby. That lifestyle of just always being in the house, whilst we could do that, I don't think it is a good thing for the child. You know, I mean, I was going to say no one wants to be cooped up in the house. We do, but for the baby we need to get out. So summer we dedicated to, you know, just going out more, exploring, bringing Aiden outdoors, especially because we've been having trouble with Aiden not falling asleep while we're outside, because we are home all the time. He sleeps in his crib, in his dark room with his sound machine and all of that stuff. So he's not really used to sleeping in the cumbersomeness of outside, you know, lights, cars, people talking, all of that. He's not used to that, so we always have a hard time with him falling asleep when we're on the go. So this summer we decided we're going to go out more often, have him get used to being on the road and stuff like that. So we were doing a lot of that. You found that that was happening, you know, we were going to parks and all of that. I also fell off track with like my fitness journey. You guys, if you follow me on Instagram, you know I was showing up every day for at least 2 months, working out, trying to get fit and all of that. And when Adam got the break, I fell completely off track. It's like when he's not here, I'm in a routine, and then when he's here, he's on vacation. So it's like a vacation for everybody, so everything just gets out of whack. So I fell off my fitness journey and wasn't working out. And then I started looking at myself in the mirror again, and I started getting, you know, depressed and feeling defeated, because I'm like, I only did it for 2 months, I can't even make it a lifestyle. You know, you're saying all the mean things to yourself, especially when you're a postpartum woman. And you know, if you're a mom and you're watching this, like, you know the body changes that you go through. Some topics I really encourage people to not bring up to pregnant or postpartum women or women in general, things like weight and all of that, because whether or not we lost the baby weight, we know if we lost it, we know if we didn't. So you bringing it up is just causing, already adding to the you know, adding fuel to the fire in our minds. So, you know, I was, you know, getting a little discouraged, disheartened, and, you know, stuff like that around the fitness journey. While feeling sorry for myself, I still wasn't continuing with the fitness journey. So that kind of depressive state just continued, and I just started feeling blah, you know. So that was happening, and of course that was affecting my mental state. And if it's affecting me mentally, it's affecting me emotionally. Clearly it's affecting me physically. So there was just no energy to put into, you know, filming and editing and doing all of the stuff that I would have been doing. Whereas if I, like, for example, if Adam was not home and I was in the routine, at least I would have been keeping busy, you know what I mean? So I wouldn't have time to like deflect and start thinking about all the things. I would just be keeping up with my routine and everything would be fine. But I guess when you're on vacation and everything, you know, some is good, and then, you know, some things just hit you like a brick in the head. But yeah, that was happening. But on the good side though, I was making a lot of new mom friends, which really helped to make this postpartum journey easier. It helped to make me feel more confident in motherhood in Japan, like being a mom in Japan with no family here. Like the only persons we have here is basically each other. I only have Adam only has me. We have no family here. We have friends spread across Japan, but not close enough for like meet up and, you know, that social life. And they don't have kids, and while some of them understood where I was in my life journey, others didn't. And I fell out with a couple of those friends who I thought was just being too harsh and, you know, shady on this whole journey of where I am. Because I'm just a strong believer that if you are friends with someone and you know what their life journey is right now, like, you try your best to avoid sounding harsh when you're, you know, bringing up that topic. But that's just me. Other people, you know, they say what they feel and it is what it is. But for me, I feel as if some respect need to be, you know, in that, where you can still share your side of the story, your opinions on things, but still not be utterly brutal and harsh as if you don't have friends and family going through the exact same thing that you're, you know, being brutal about. Anyway, besides that, what I'm trying to say is that, you know, I've been focusing on making new friends, and I love the friends that I have right now in terms of the friends that aren't moms, that really respect where I am. But I wanted to make mom friends, because I feel as if having a mom friend, you know, they understand the mess, they understand the chaos, they understand the emotional breakdowns, they understand the physical frustration, they understand everything, you know, because they can relate. So I really wanted to make mom friends, and a couple, not a couple, like two. Why am I saying a couple? Two moms reached out to me in, you know, the motherhood group that I'm a part of here in Japan, and one of them lived not too far, but you know, not too near, but it was okay, it was feasible for both of us to link up. And you know, we hung out. Her baby is much younger than mine, but she also has a 2-year-old. And you know, we hung out and we went to the mall, we went shopping, and it was a nice, I don't know, I just felt seen, because you know, I had a stroller, she had a stroller, I had to go to the nursing station to feed my baby, she had to go to the nursing station to feed her baby. We were walking in the mall, her baby pooped, we had to go back to the nursery to change her baby's diaper, my baby pooped, we had to go back to the nursery to, you know. So it's like, we have a plan and we're on the mall and we're shopping and all of that. But being a mom, you know that your day is never just like this. Like, you know, we have to pivot. And I think moms understand moms and stuff like that. So even if your baby is like screaming when we're trying to have lunch, another mom won't necessarily be looking at you like, damn, can your baby shut up? Like, can you do something about it? Another mom would understand and even offer to help. You know what I mean? I never want to be in a presence with somebody that I call a friend and feel as if my baby cannot cry, or feel as if my friend is like giving me the stink eye because my baby is acting up. You know, like, we already feel bad in the moment when our baby is acting up, not to mention the added pressure of someone close to you that you know you love and is your friend or a family member, and they're like,
see, that is why I don't want children. Like,
no one wants to hear that. So that kept me busy also over the summer holidays. I met that friend, and then I also met another friend, which I came to find out lives right on this apartment building as me. She lives on a different floor, but it was just random. She was just passing with her baby, and I was outside with Aiden, and I was just using Aiden's hand to wave to her baby, and she waved back. And then maybe a week and a half or so later, I was downstairs and I saw her, and she was like saying, in Japanese of course, but I could understand based on the gestures and certain words that she was using, that she was basically telling me like, I'm the person that you were waving to, whatever, like, and we kind of bonded over that. And she said, oh, I live here too. And I'm like, really? And so I got a friend. She also has a baby, as I said, her baby 2 months older than Aiden. So we hung out a few times, went for walks with the kids, and just talk and stuff like that. She's also a teacher, she's also on childcare leave, so she gets it. So I was very busy, just making new friends, new mom friends, and going out with kids, being around other moms with their children, enjoying bonding and family time with my own family, having Adam around, and stuff like that. I also met another Jamaican. At the time when I met her, she was pregnant. She's married to a Japanese, so she's now Nihonjin. She's Japanese. She ain't going nowhere. I don't care how many times she says she's not staying in Japan forever. Like, she ain't going nowhere. But I met another Jamaican. She was pregnant at the time, also with a boy. So like, it's like we obviously connected right off the bat on that, and we've become good friends since then. So a lot of my time has been used really turning my life around, and it's really been awesome to get that social aspect of my life back. So now I can leave the baby with Aiden and I can go out with a friend, you know what I mean, another mom friend. Actually, I feel so comfortable right now with this stage of life that we're in, that I can see myself living in Japan for a very long time. It's just that I'm trying to not let myself go there, because I know it's just not feasible because of our life goals. Like, we want to buy a house, we want to have a car, stuff like that, and those things aren't possible for foreigners in Japan. Like, I don't think a random foreigner here can like buy a house, buy property. Like you have to either be a permanent resident, you have to be married to a Japanese spouse. You know, it's just complicated. Like Adam was trying to go to driving school to get his Japanese license and stuff like that. It was very difficult for him, you know. Not difficult as in he can't pass, but like it's like anywhere else where they keep failing you multiple times, and you know, you spend a bag of money, and we already don't have a lot of money, you know what I mean? And you know, that fell through, and we're like, damn, like even getting a car is difficult for us. Mark you, he was not the only one that was having a difficult time with the license, especially because he didn't have his Jamaican license for long enough where he could just do, I think, two driver's tests and then, you know, like convert ish the license. So he has to do it from scratch, like doing the Japanese way to get a license from scratch, and that's been proven difficult. And then we later realized that, you know, Adam getting a car really wouldn't help a situation, because I'm the one that's staying home with the baby right now, and I don't have a license, so I wouldn't be able to drive the car, and I am the one that really needs the car, you know, to get around with the baby, doctor's appointments, you know, supermarket, stuff like that. So the car wouldn't be helpful, so that fell through. And you know, we've just been here. So based on our life goals and stuff, Japan is obviously, it cannot be the end goal for us, but I am really comfortable with our life here in Japan at the moment. I'm no longer stressed out. You know, you guys always hear me complain about everything about Japan. Like, I'm not there anymore. I'm in a totally different space. I've grown to love it. I've grown to appreciate where I'm at, because I know, understand stuff. I know, understand, you know, what to do, and you know, just all of that stuff. So that's that for that. And then what else have been bothering me the past couple months? Aiden has decided that he doesn't want to be breastfed anymore. So I was having a very difficult time for about a month and a half, where Aiden was really kind of self-weaning off of breastfeeding, and I wasn't okay with that for two reasons. One, selfishly, because I wasn't ready. I wanted to breastfeed for a year. And two, at the time he wasn't taking formula, so I was really freaking out about how I'm going to like give him the nutrition that he needs if he doesn't want breast milk and if he doesn't want formula. Wait, I should correct myself. He would drink breast milk from a bottle. He just wasn't interested in nursing anymore. He doesn't want to be here nursing. But if I pump and give him breast milk in a bottle, then he'll drink it. The problem with that was that I didn't have enough supply to pump. You know, I closed the pumping chapter of my life months ago, and you know, was just focusing on nursing. So you found that my supply was just enough, and even if I put a pump on my boob, I wouldn't get the same amount in a bottle that he would be able to suck from my breast. So that was like a big struggle. And like I said, selfishly, I wanted to breastfeed for up to a year. And the reason for that, I didn't even have a goal with breastfeeding, but you know, the more I learned about breastfeeding, I know that baby's main nutrition for the first 12 months of their life should come from breast milk or formula. So even at 6 months, when you start solids is not the most important, you know, way to put nutrients into your kid's body. And that is why I wasn't freaking out about how much solids Aiden would eat or whatever, because I know he was still getting his breast milk, which is the main source of nutrition, and solids is just like for practice and for getting in whatever nutrients he ended up getting in his belly. So because I knew that breast milk or formula needs to be done all the way up to 1 year old, that became my goal for breastfeeding. Feeding him breast milk up until he was 1 year old, because if after one it fell through, then I'll be fine with that, because I would have done my part in ensuring that he got his nutrients for the first year of his life. So when that wasn't happening, when he was like 8 going 9 months, I was like, you know, you can imagine I was stressed out because, like I said, he doesn't take formula. So it's like, what do I do? And it was really freaking me out. I started feeling sad, and you know, the more he stopped nursing, the more my body is responding to that, and the more my supply is dipping. And I'm like, if this is just a phase, my supply is dipping, and then what happens if he just decides that, oh, I want to nurse now, and then there is no milk? Like, what? Because breast milk doesn't just happen, you guys. Like, breastfeeding is based on supply and demand. So your baby demands and your body supply. So if your baby is not like at the breast and demanding breast milk, your body is going to respond to that and start producing less breast milk, you know. So I was really worried about that. I started seeing my boobs, like, you know, going down in size, and I'm like, I'm really losing milk supply. What am I gonna do? And then I decided to try him with formula again, and to my surprise, he took it the first time. I was very surprised. I didn't know if it was a fluke or anything, so I decided to try again, and he took it. I tried the next day and he took it. So I'm like, well, seems as if, you know, he really does not want to be breastfed anymore. And of course, that also made me sad, because I was like, emotionally, as a mom, if you're a mom who's breastfed, I guess you can relate. Emotionally, closing a chapter, whatever the chapter is, when you're a mom, it's bittersweet, you know. So seeing him take the formula, having known that for months he rejected formula and only wanted breast milk, it's like seeing him take the formula and not want the breast milk. It was like, it was very sad for me, you know. And I was crying a lot. Like Adam can tell you, I would lay down and I would cry, and I would wonder what it is that I did wrong. Like, why is he self-weaning at 9 months? Like, it is so early. He's not ready. I'm not ready. What can I do to like just elongate this process? And you know, like, I got advice all around the block, like from my doula, from persons that I trust, and I decided to just try to continue for as long as I possibly can. And you know, it was just a sad time. And then what really did it for me was that one day I saw Aiden playing, and I was looking in, I was like sitting above him, and he was on the ground, and I looked in his head, and I saw, you know, the spot right here in the baby's head that beats. I don't know if they call it the mole in Jamaica or whatever, but it pulsed. That it has a pulse here. And I looked at it, and it looked a little bit sunken. It looked a little bit sunken. And I remember seeing that, you know, like, that is a sign of dehydration in babies. If you didn't know, now you know. Sunken spot in the soft spot here on their head, it's a sign of dehydration. And when I saw that, my heart even sank further into the ground, because that was the realization for me now that he's really not getting enough liquids in his body. As I said, I tried him with the formula and he took it, but I didn't start giving him formula. You know, I would still like give him the breast, and if he didn't take it, or he just took a little, I would give him a little bit of formula to like help with that. But when I saw that sunken spot in his head, I'm like, oh shit, he is dehydrated. At the time, he was like, his poops were the pebbles, and you know that pebble poop means constipation. So he wasn't getting enough liquid, and I felt bad, because I'm like, you know, I had to have a pep talk with myself, and I'm like, Natty, like, yeah, you're sad, but also your kid is dehydrated. Like, are you going to selfishly continue to force him to take the breast, not give him formula, and he's just gonna be dehydrated, probably get sick, and you know, worse things will happen? Like, I had to give myself the talk, you know, and you know, just really tell myself like, it is not worth it. Like, if at the end of forcing your child to nurse, he's still not interested, because Aiden would just pop on and pop off, pop on and pop off. So he wasn't getting a thing, you know what I mean? Or if he even was getting a thing, it would be a very small amount of things. So I gave myself that talk, and I was like, it's not worth it. If he's gonna be dehydrated, it's not worth it. So might as well just start giving him the formula. And that was when I decided that I'm going to stop breastfeeding for all of the day feedings except the morning feeding and give him formula. So right now I am still doing the morning feed because I find I am the most full in the mornings, because even when he was like self-weaning, I guess, he would always nurse in the morning. It's just that the day feedings he wasn't having. So as of right now I am still doing his morning breastfeeding session, but for all of the other milk feeds throughout the day, which is about 3, because he gets milk feeds 4 times a day, 1 nursing session and then 3 bottles of formula. I decided to make that switch to formula. And I mean, it even though it was bittersweet, it's still a blessing, because at least I know, well, he's not getting breast milk, but at least he's getting the formula. So I know he's getting the nutrients that his body needs to grow. And also, I mean, it frees me up a bit, because now I can wear clothing that, you know, aren't nursing friendly, and I don't have to worry about how I'm going to feed him. If I'm on the road, I do not have to get a panic attack about where am I going to breastfeed him. Do I have to like, you know, I don't have to do that, because I can just give him a bottle. And now it's more easier for me to like leave him with his dad and go run errands or go out for myself and stuff like that, and I don't have to worry about pumping, and I don't have to worry about being engorged, and I don't have to worry about milk supply. You know what I mean? So it is bitter sweet. On the one hand, it's nice to have some sort of freedom, and then on the next hand, it's like, oh my god, like this chapter is being closed way before I planned on it being closed. I think that is what hit me. Like, I wasn't ready, and it like hit me in the face out of nowhere, and I just broke down. And also another thing, if you don't know, if you're weaning or if your baby stops breastfeeding, when your body starts adjusting to that dip in supply, your hormones are all over the place. So that did not help with me feeling out of whack. You know what I mean? It's just like postpartum. You're pregnant, everything is fine, because, you know, your hormones are up there, and then you have a baby, and then all of your hormones are like, well, you're not pregnant anymore, bloop, and then you're a hot mess. You're like crying all the time, you're unstable, you're feeling all sorts of way because your hormones are all over the place. It's the same thing with breastfeeding, because, you know, your supply and stuff like that are regulated through the hormone called oxytocin and all of that feel good stuff. And, you know, your baby starts breastfeeding, and then your hormones are all over the place, and you really hit a wall, and you're like so sad. So that's what's really, that's like the biggest thing emotionally sad that I have been struggling with the past, you know, 2 months and a half. That's been really difficult. But honestly, it's past summer now, so we're in October right now, and as I said, for like maybe a month or a month and a half, Aiden's been on formula, and I have felt better. Like, there was one night where I just had to let out a very good and long cry, because I was just telling myself it's okay, it's fine, and I wasn't like feeling my emotions. And then one night it just hit me, and I just had to let it out, and I cried for a good half an hour. Adam was there, and I just cried. And when I woke up the next day, I felt better about where I was, you know. So sometimes if you feel some type of way, whether you're a mom or not a mom, whatever it is that's bothering you, and you feel emotional about it, sometimes it's just okay to let it out. Just cry. Like, you don't have to keep it in. It's okay to not be okay. Express that to somebody that you are comfortable and confident, you know, expressing that too, and, you know, you'll feel better. So I woke up the next day feeling better, and from that day I have accepted where we're at. But I think those are the things really on the top of my head that's been really going on behind the scenes, that has really just caused my productivity to be way down there. So I just didn't have the energy or the capacity to like film and edit and put up videos and be on Instagram all happy and stuff, because I was just home stressed out and crying and being sad all the time, you know. And it's okay to show that side of life, but while going through it, I just didn't want to pick up the camera, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's what's been going on, you guys. Nothing super dramatic, but I feel as if it was Adam being on this long ass summer vacation that really started making me realize all of the crap that I have been, you know, dealing with. And I guess I just didn't have the time to, I don't know what the word is right now. Aiden is awake, probably that's why I'm like a little bit, you know, wonky, but I didn't have the time to really focus on all of the big feelings that I was feeling because I was just so busy being a mom and taking care of the house and all of that stuff. But then when Adam was home on vacation and everything just felt like a vacation, you know, I took a step back and then all of the depression just slapped me in the face. So that's where I was going forward. Let me go grab Aiden because he's awake, and then I'll be back. Hi. You awake? Say hello. Say hello. Hello. Say hello. Say hello. Aiden is awake, you guys, but I want to finish the video with telling you guys that the future of the channel, I'm in no means stopping my YouTube journey. Like, this is what I want to be doing in a few years full time, and that is the reason why I put so much effort into what I'm doing. But there, you know, there are times when you're going through stuff where you just gotta take a break. It was a longer break than I expected, but it happens. So going forward, I cannot promise that there won't be breaks on the channel, but what I will promise is that I will continue to do the very best that I can, you know. So putting this out there that I'm going to start making videos again, and hopefully I can maintain my 2 videos a week. I am planning to get back on my sirens. I'm planning to get back on my 2 videos a week kind of schedule, and I'm planning to get back on my fitness journey. And I'm sure once I start exercising again, I will start feeling motivated and stuff like that to, you know, just do and show up in the areas where makes me feel the best. Oh, there was actually another thing that was affecting my mental health too that I didn't mention, but it just came back to me, and that was the end of my child care leave. That was really it was taking a toll on my mental health, because again, I just don't feel ready to send Aiden to daycare and have somebody else take care of him for a good amount of the day, like basically all day, and you know, me just going out fulfilling other people's goals and only being able to spend time with my child for 48 hours 48 hours being the 2 weekend days. You know, like something about that just didn't sit right with me. Didn't want to do it, didn't want to accept that that was my life, and I was really stressed out because as I said, in Japan you can take childcare leave for up to your child's first birthday. The minute your child turns 1, your childcare leave is ended and you go back to work. Or if you quit your job, then you know how that goes. It's no money and it's other things. And of course we need money because Japan isn't the end game for us. If Japan was where we were going to settle down, I would quit without even thinking about it. You know, I just wouldn't go back to work and we would have to figure it out, because after becoming a mom, like being home and taking care of my baby, raising my child is all I want to do. I want to be a homemaker and I want to be a stay-at-home mom. Like, that's my life goal right now, and it may sound stupid to some people watching, but that's what I want to do. And by being a stay-at-home mom, I don't mean, you want to go down, I don't mean not working, because like I just said, I want to be doing YouTube. I want to be a content creator full-time and have that generate my income. So I wouldn't be home doing nothing. I would, you know, be working on my channel, creating content and stuff like that. That is really the goal. That is what I want to be doing. So you know, like when it was coming up to November, I was like really stressed out because I didn't want to go back to work. But the good thing is that if you try to get your child into daycare and your child doesn't get a spot in daycare, then you have grounds to apply for an extension of your childcare leave, and you can apply for an extension for up to 6 months. So that is where we're at. Legally, I have to apply for daycare because in Japan, it's not like in Jamaica where you find a daycare, you pay the money and your kid starts going. Like in Japan, you have to apply. It's based on a lottery system. You get points for your economic status. It's a gazillion amount of things, and you know, a lot of things really determine whether or not you get a spot or you get accepted into daycare. So at this minute, we're just hoping that Aiden does not get a spot so that I can apply for childcare extension for the next 6 months, and that would land us into April. And even though I'll never be ready to send my child to daycare and everything that comes with that, as I've been saying, I think I'll be more acceptable for him going into daycare next month when he's at 1.5 years old, simply because he won't be a baby anymore. He won't be having milk feeds anymore. He'll basically be on, you know, solids and snacks, and I don't have to worry about if they're giving him formula and, you know, stuff like that, because after a certain age, the daycares, they aren't really focused on milk feeds. They're really just focused on lunch and snacks. And you know, by 1.5 years old, Aiden will be down to 1 nap a day. Right now he's on 2 nap a day. And the things I worry about is just that, will the daycare, no, you can't have the tripod. The things I worry about is if the daycare will be paying attention to his like sleepy cues, giving him 2 naps a day, and is he just going to be you know, overtired and cranky, and they're not going to be paying enough attention to him in terms of his sleep needs and stuff like that. So by the time he's 1.5 years old, he'll just be on 1 nap. He'll be on solids full time, and he will just be more ready in my eyes to adapt to daycare schedule next year when he's 1.5. So that's what we're hoping happens. But yeah, that is all. You're saying hi? Say bye. Bye. Say bye. He can put his pussy in, like he's such a big boy. But yeah guys, that's all that's been happening behind the scenes that's causing your girl to know, you know, not to be around. But as I said, I'm gonna start being around now. But yeah guys, I need to go attend to this boy, so I'm going to actually close out the video here. I don't have anything else to say anyway. So guys, thank you for watching my life update. I hope you just understand where I'm coming from and everything that's been going on, that's been causing me to like basically be absent here online. And you know, continue to support the channel. Thank you so much if you've been a subscriber and you've been waiting patiently for days like this when there's an upload from me. It does not go unnoticed. Thank you so much. You're helping me build my dream. You see this baby, like Aiden, your clothes. You're helping me, you know, build my dream life little by little, so I appreciate your support. Of course, if you have friends and family who you think would love my channel, don't be shy to like send them a link and tell them to watch, see if they like it here, and then subscribe. And yeah, join the Nats fam. So hit the bell to get notified every time I post a video, and until next time, bye guys. I think the next video you're going to be seeing is like some vlogs that I pre-recorded. So until next time, bye guys.